Now, of course, all of us try to outdo ourselves naturally at a time like that. And we try to serve something that, should we say, that's just a little extra special. Well, tonight, our good friends Ethel and Albert are going to show us just what happens when a husband and his wife try to follow all the directions to produce a real culinary masterpiece for a very special party. As usual, Peg Lynch's script has caught just the right spirit, and Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce play it to perfection. Let's all go over to the kitchen at 444 Edgecombe Road at Sandy Harbor now and have a visit with Ethel and Albert.
Yeah, well, if you ask me, I bet he won't even be nominated.
Hey, for Pete's sakes, what's holding everything up? All our guests are sitting in there starving to death. Uh-oh. Well, what's the matter?
Now, just don't talk to me. Just leave me alone. Just go on in and entertain the guests. In fact, you better get up a table of bridge because I don't think we're going to be eating until midnight.
Well, what's the matter?
Oh, honestly, I wanted a especially nice dinner tonight, and
Darling.
everything's gone wrong.
Relax, will you, honey? Now, your dinners are always wonderful.
Well, this isn't one of my dinners. I got this out of a magazine, and you know how wonderful the pictures always look.
Well,
the arrangements are so original and so charming. Well, look.
what are they?
The salads. Robin's egg surprise.
Oh, well, that'll surprise them, all right. Well, what happened?
Well, the nests were supposed to be molded with a molded bird sitting on a cream cheese egg. A touch of spring, that was what the picture said.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, the nest turned out all right, but you know, the birds had to be molded in a special mold that looked like a bird. We didn't have any. I have chased all over town to get a special mold that looked like a bird.
Oh, you poor darling, you're having a heck of a time, aren't you?
Well, I just haven't got time to cry. And I got a special mold that finally looked like a bird, you know?
Yeah?
Well, it's supposed to look like a robin, and it looks like a rooster.
Oh, honey, that's okay, darling.
A rooster sitting on eggs?
Well, honey, I don't think anybody will think of that.
Well, I know perfectly well that Nancy Moore is going to ask me what kind of a salad it is. You know,
Well,
Nancy.
tell her it's a rooster surprise.
I've worked so hard on this thing, and the old birds won't even stand up. They flop all over the nest, and I had to put blue in the cream cheese, you know, to look like Robin's egg blue. That really looks just sickening.
Darling, will you stop worrying about the salad now, for Pete's sake?
Oh, here. Show you a picture of what it was supposed to look like. There.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Oh, potatoes.
Uh-oh. Oh, boy, potato pancakes.
Potato puffs.
Yeah, well, honey, I mean, they're probably not done. I mean, they'll puff up all right when they're done, huh?
Oh, what to do?
Well, honey, have you followed the recipe?
Oh, yes, of course.
Well, it'll turn out all right then. You know, I mean, they always test these things out, these big companies, in laboratories and things. I mean, they wouldn't have a picture like this in the magazine unless they knew it would work out all right.
They wouldn't.
No. Now, honey, just stop worrying about it, will you, honey? I mean, everybody's having a good time in there. Now, look, let's not make a big tragedy out of this, shall we? Let's smile, shall we, huh? All right, now, come on. What do you say, honey? They're all waiting. Let's take things into the table. What can I carry in?
Carry in?
Yeah.
Why, the meat has to be decorated.
Decorated? What do you mean?
Oh, here. Ham loaf surprise.
Huh?
There's the picture of it.
Ham Loaf Mountain, topped by a snow peak of horseradish sauce and surrounded by a forest of parsley trees. What is this, the National Geographic? Well, all right, come on. Where's your ham loaf meatloaf?
Well, it's in the oven. I'll get it.
You'll hear squeals of delight from your guests when this picturesque ham loaf is brought in and set on your dinner table. They'll be enchanted with the little mountain road of spaghetti that... Spaghetti?
Yes, dear, I cooked it. It's all ready. It's the road. Look out. Is that.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy, that's a production. The little mountain road of spaghetti that winds its way up through the forest of parsley trees. Yeah, well, okay. All right, let's go.
Here's some spaghetti, dear.
All right.
Here. Busy now. Here.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get the parsley.
Parsley.
Parsley. Here.
All right, let's have it.
Here.
Now.
Cut, break the little bits of parsley off and put them on so they look like little trees. And I'll whip up the cream and put the horseradish sauce in that for the snow peak,
Okay, leave it to me, kid. Leave it to me.
I just took it out of the oven.
Well, how can I decorate this thing when it's blistering hot?
Well, we're going to have a hot dinner. I'm not going to let it get cold just to decorate. Now, hurry up. Get busy now, dear.
Keith's sake. Parsley trees.
Oh, forgot the apple pie. I left that outside to cool. What are you doing? You're doing the trees?
Yes?
Oh, honey, I think you better put on the road before you do the trees.
What difference does it make?
The road is supposed to wind up the mountains, for heaven's sake. You're never going to wind the spaghetti through the parsley like that and break the parsley up into little bits. The trees are never be that big.
Look, well, this mountain's got big trees. They're redwoods.
Oh, honestly, fix the road, will you?
Doggone. Whoever thought of this anyhow? All right, now, spaghetti. I'm building a road.
Well, that just looks ridiculous. Who ever heard of a road shooting up a mountain like that? It looks like a ski jump.
Well,
It's supposed to zigzag.
Well, it won't zig or it won't zag. It just flips off.
Now, that just looks ridiculous. There's no point in doing it at all if you're going to do it that way.
Look, would you let me do this my own way? Would you just let me try it my own way? Would you mind if you're going to ask me to do it, then let me do it.
Your own way. After all, it was your idea.
My idea?
Always saying, don't worry about dinner menus. There's millions of suggestions in the magazine.
Yeah. No.
Now, that looks terrible. Now, there's no sense doing it at all if you're going to do it that way. Albert. Dear.
What?
Why don't you do it the other way?
What other way?
Well, do it like the picture.
But look, I am not Grandma Moses. Look.
The road's supposed to wind up the mountain.
Oh, to heck with it. Doggone it. Look, anybody wants to get up this mountain can climb it.
Oh. The road is just makes the ham loaf.
All right, you do it. Go on, you do it.
Of everything. Put on the pineapple.
Pineapple? What's that for?
The cabin in the mountains.
Boy, our guests are certainly going to utter little squeals of delight when this is set before them. What does this thing advertise, anyhow?
I don't know.
Toothpicks? What's all this got to do with toothpicks?
Well, you put the cabins on with pineapple on with toothpicks, for one thing.
Sequoia, the greatest name in toothpicks. Choose from 3 enchanting colors: sunset rose, ivy green, and tangerine red.
Albert, please.
Mrs. J.R.C. of Guthrie, Oklahoma writes, Sequoia solved my dinner problem.
Oh, Albert,
Sequoia.
it is 7:15.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write them a letter and tell them what I think of them.
You're going to put on some more parsley trees while I get the horseradish, the snow ready.
I'll bet all the food in that picture's made out of plaster.
There are no trees at all on that side of the mountain.
Well, we're telling me how to have a forest fire.
Here. Put this on now. Oh. There, now you carry it in, will you, dear? And I'll get the salad on and the potatoes. Now, let me go plate for the potatoes. This is one thing after another. Albert?
It's melting.
Here, carry it.
It's melting.
What? What, dear?
The snow is melting on the mountain.
What?
The whipped cream is melting on the hot ham loaf mountain loaf.
Well, it didn't do it in the picture. Oh, carry it on before it all turns to soup. Oh,
no, by golly, you know what I'm going to do? Look, I'm going to get my flash bulb and take a picture of this and send it in to these people and teach them a lesson.
I've been waiting for half an hour.
I don't
Darling,
care.
Carry it in, will you now, please?
No, all right, but I'm going to write them a letter. Now, I'm telling you, I'm going to write them a letter. It's called Albert's Surprise. Well, folks, get on your hats and coats. We're going out to dinner tonight.